Hello and welcome back to Database Management Systems. And once again, we are going to continue with the employees database diagram, ER diagram that we were making in the draw.io tool. I've had already created the employees relation with 4 attributes in my previous video. And I had explained the database that I'm using, which is this one, to create this ER diagram. Now, since employees is ready, let me create the department's relation. So once again, I'm going to do the same thing. Now let's see how many attributes are there here. I have attributes code and name, and I have manager ID, and I have subject of. Now I need to decide which of these attributes I actually want to include in department. So actually you'll be including only the code and the name, but the manager ID is something that is borrowed from employees. So when you create a relation between departments and employees, you will be adding this relation called manager of the department, and this will be taken care of there. We usually do not show foreign keys as attributes in ER diagrams. So also subject of would form a recursive relationship, which is a relationship of a table with itself. So this also won't be included. So departments is going to have only 2 attributes. So let's go ahead and quickly create it. So once again, to form an entity, I need this type of a rectangle, and I'm going to write down over there departments. You can, of course, adjust the font as you like, as much as can fit in the box. You can adjust the length of the box too. And this time I'm going to put it down here. You can see these yellow blue lines actually allow you to center it perfectly according to the other relations. I'm going to put it right here a little bit, yeah. And this is going to have 2 attributes only. One of those attributes is the primary key attribute. This ellipse is not for primary key, so I'm going to just attach it here. And this is the name attribute. I can actually reduce its size, and I need another attribute, which is not this one. I want the primary key one. So this is the primary key code. I can reduce the size of this too. And let's move it right here. You can use your arrow keys also to do all these movements. I want to place it a little bit away from this one so that I have space to make connections with employees. And then there is this is the line that I'm going to join with name and departments, and then attach this to code right here. So this way I have created the departments relation with all the with both the attributes. Now I need to take care of this recursive relation that is there between departments and the sub-department. So to do that, to take care of the recursive relationship, I need to attach a line, and I'm going to do it in this manner. That line is created like this. We attach it here. And we need to name this relationship. So let's just create 2 lines and put them here, and then create a relationship set that can come right here. So this relationship set I can place in this manner, and we will name this relationship as sub-department relationship. So you can name it whatever you like. I'm going to name it as sub_depth, and maybe increase the size a little bit. Okay. So this is the unary relationship, the recursive relationship that I was talking about. It contains these two. It contains the department's code, and it contains this subdepth of attribute, which is another code of departments that joins one department with another. And for the manager ID, we need to create relations between employees and departments. One relation is because employees contains depth code, and another relation is because departments contains manager. So we need 2. And we are going to first create one of them right here. And let's name it the works in relation, or let's name it the belongs to relation. So it says that this employee belongs to this particular department. And once again, I have increased the size a little too much. I can reduce it, make it 14. Okay. Now this is something that's going to be attached to employee and department. So we can actually move this whole area a little bit downward because we still have space. So that way, this thing can come right here. Now this relationship that I want to create is going to be a many-to-one relationship or one-to-many relationship, depending on from which side you are seeing, because one employee is going to belong to only one department. So I need to show that, but one department can belong to many employees. So I need to put an arrow close to the employee side. And so I need to find that type of an arrow, which you will find here in this list of arrows. So let's find the one that we want with a single arrow. Since it's not present here, let's look here and we can get it. So this is the single arrow that's going to attach to, belongs to, and departments at the same time. Right here. And then we want a plain line that's going to attach to employees and belongs to, because this is a one-to-many relationship if you look from departments to employees. And then in the same way, we are going to create a second relationship. This one is going to be this manager ID relationship. So you can say that this employee manages this department. So let's name the relationship as manages and make this 18. So this employee manages this department, and let's move this thing right here. Now, once again, if you think about it, then one department is going to probably have only one manager. But it's possible that one manager is managing several departments. However, I want to show this as a one-to-one relationship. So one employee can manage only one department, and one department can be managed by only one employee. So to do that, I'm going to put arrows on both sides, like this. So this is one arrow, and I'll insert another one that will attach two departments and connect with managers, right, like this. So this is a one-to-one relationship. This, on the other hand, is a one-to-many or many-to-one relationship. So this part of the diagram is ready. Now let's go back there and create the diagram, create entity projects. So projects contains all these attributes. So we are only going to skip depth code. Everything else we need to keep. So there are 5 attributes. Let's go and put those. So let's insert an entity from here. Oh, this is rounded one. I need just a rectangle. So this is an entity which we are going to place here and name it projects. Once again, I'm going to increase its size and make it 18. And now projects is having 5 attributes. So I need to insert those. The first one is project ID, which is key. So project ID is the key attribute. And let's place it here. The second attribute is description. So let's create another attribute called description. And once again, we can drag and place it. I'm going to simply place it here. Let's just move projects a little bit because it contains so many attributes. Actually, it's best to move all of this a little bit to the right because I'm going to have the WorksOn relation too. That's going to connect projects and employees. So I'm going to keep all this here, keep all attributes of projects below the projects. And the next attribute is start date and end date. So I'm inserting that here. Let's call it start date. And this one also we will move and put it here. And we need one more attribute, end date. So move and put it here. I'm just creating it first. Then we can arrange them. And then we have the revenue. So once again, I'll move it and place it here. Now I can arrange all of them. I want to put project ID here, description here, start date here, end date here, and revenue here. I can probably move this a little. It's not compulsory to make it look this way, but if you wish to, you can arrange it in a way that is pleasing to the eyes. Now let's connect all of these. So we are going to connect projects right here with project ID. I can connect it to the side. Then I'm going to connect description with projects. So once again, I'm just doing Control C and Control V so that it will appear close by. And connect start date with projects. Connect end date with projects. And finally, connect revenue with projects. So this is what the relation looks like now. And now we need to create a relation between employees and projects. Now you can see here that WorksOn is um, a table, but we can convert it into an entity. We can convert it into a relation instead of an entity, since it contains only project ID and employee ID, two, two attributes which are borrowed from somewhere, and only one attribute that actually belongs to it. So this could be a relationship set, not an entity set. And so we are just going to create a relationship set here and name it WorksOn. And this time we are just going to connect like this. So this means that whatever is present in WorksOn, that is the project ID and employee ID, that relation is already taken care of. If you wish to, you can tilt it. So the relation between projects and employees, which is WorksOn, which combines the project ID with employee ID, is already taken care of here. So you don't need to mention that separately. Now, one employee can work on many projects, and one project can be worked on by many employees. So this is a many-to-many relationship, and so I don't have to do an arrow while joining that. So this is one line, and I'll be creating another line here. Connect WorksOn with employees. Now there is an attribute called assigned time, which shows how much time is assigned to each of these projects. And to do that, I would have to add a descriptive attribute to WorksOn. Remember how to add a descriptive attribute. To add a descriptive attribute, we use a dotted line or a dashed line instead of a simple line. So we are going to insert a dotted line. We can do this later. First, let's add the attribute. So the attribute is going to be added like this. We're going to write down here assigned time, that's the name of the attribute, which we will add here, and then connect it using a dotted line instead of a solid line to show that it is a descriptive attribute which is connected to a relationship set and not an entity set. So that's taken care of. Now we also need to connect projects with departments. So that is another thing we need to do, connect projects with departments. And so I'm going to shift this thing slightly. Just so I can connect projects and departments. Now, projects and departments are connected through the depth code. So I need to create a belongs to relationship between projects and departments also, just like I created in employees. So let's just copy this one and paste it, and we will place it here. Now, one project can belong to multiple departments. That's what I wish to see. And one department can handle multiple projects. So let's keep it a many-to-many relationship. And let's attach this line here. And same way, we are going to attach one line with departments right here. So that's it. That's our diagram, ER diagram for the employees database that we saw here, right here. So once your database is created, you can just go ahead and you can do an import and save it. Sorry, you can export and save it as a PDF or PNG, whatever you like. and it's yours to keep in your system. So this is a very useful tool that you can use. And I hope you understood how to use it. And that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.